Have you ever quietly wondered why some experiences in your life feel as though they were always meant to be? Why your arrival was into that specific family, in that very place, during this particular chapter of time? Why some individuals step into your journey, sparking profound shifts, while others simply drift through without leaving a trace? The understanding of this resides in what is often called your soul agreement. This soul agreement is, in its truest form, a deep commitment you established before your birth, a meticulous blueprint you personally designed, selecting each facet of your time on earth. Your family connections, the tests you would encounter, the chances that would arise, and even the specific individuals who would share moments on your path. It's akin to having been the visionary director, the meticulous screenwriter, and the central character of your very own unfolding tale. Yet, this profound decision was made while your essence still existed within the spiritual planes. At the instant of your birth, a gentle curtain of forgetfulness descends over your conscious mind. This is not an error or a fault in the grand design. Rather, it is entirely purposeful. Contemplate a state of perfect recall, where every purpose and task was known. Would such clarity leave room for personal evolution, or for the truly free exercise of will? Authentic agency would simply cease to exist. This gentle cloak of unknowing is in truth a precious endowment. It gently guides your choices to be truly your own, fosters a genuine unfolding of self, and cultivates a deep, inherent resilience from within. Consider the simple act of learning to walk. If you were perpetually carried, the delicate sense of balance essential for independent movement would remain undeveloped. Yet, there remains a deeper truth, often overlooked. While this gentle shroud obscures your waking recollections, it does not entirely extinguish the profound details of your soul's agreement. Instead, that wisdom resides within your subconscious mind, embedded in your intuitive knowing and woven into your very deepest instincts. It surfaces in the form of subtle sensations, gentle impulses, vivid dreams, and that quiet inner guidance that speaks to you when your heart is open to receive. This intentional forgetting also serves another profound aim. It grants you the freedom to transcend and grow far beyond even your initial preordained path. Your sacred soul contract is never meant to be a confinement. Think of it as a fundamental blueprint. You possess complete liberty to transcend limits, surpass your own expectations, and evolve in ways even your pre-incarnate soul couldn't envision. Many individuals journey through their entire lives without ever pausing to question their purpose. They often proceed on automatic, fulfilling societal expectations, seeking external validation, and seldom looking inward. But you, listening now, are distinctly different. A quiet stirring within you is awakening. A subtle call beckons you to remember. The reality is that recalling your soul contract isn't about revisiting the past or retrieving forgotten data. It's about awakening to your true self in this present moment. It's about recognizing the patterns, the signs, and the synchronicities that have always been present, waiting for your attention. Your soul contract is not a fixed destiny you're compelled to blindly fulfill. Instead, it's a map you designed for yourself, a guide you created when you held a much broader perspective of reality. And so, here on Earth, even with a somewhat veiled awareness, yet possessing complete liberty of choice, you are presented with a truly special chance to rediscover that inner guide and determine how you will use it. Let us now investigate the exact method for achieving this. How to become aware of the constant messages emanating from your soul. How to decipher the recurring themes within your life's journey and harness that wisdom to embrace a more intentional and harmonious way of living. For the simple truth is, your forgetting wasn't by chance. You allowed yourself to forget so that your eventual recollection would be far more profound. Your very soul has maintained an unbroken conversation with you. It ceaselessly murmurs, sending subtle indications through pathways that your logical reasoning often overlooks or simply casts aside as sheer chance. Yet, in the spiritual dimension, there are no such things as mere coincidences. Only synchronicities exist, which are messages artfully concealed as happenstance. The primary signal you are meant to recognize is indeed synchronicity, such as those precise moments when someone enters your thoughts and their call arrives just a few minutes later. Imagine facing a difficult choice and then, quite unexpectedly, hearing the precise insight you needed within a conversation between strangers sharing an elevator. Picture seeing the same particular number appearing repeatedly for weeks on end, or observing how books, films, and even casual discussions all begin to echo a common theme that speaks directly to your current circumstances. I vividly recall a period when I felt utterly bewildered about a significant professional decision. For 2 consecutive weeks, almost every discussion I engaged in, every movie I watched, and every song I heard on the radio seemed to emphasize the courage required to forge your own unique path. Even a small child on the street was playing a game of follow your heart with their toys. It was as if my deepest self was emphatically declaring, pay attention, this is exactly what you ought to do. Dreams offer another profoundly impactful channel. Your inner being harnesses the dream state because it is during this time that your logical mind is quieted, allowing you to become significantly more receptive to symbolic messages. Recurring dreams, in particular, hold immense meaning. When you consistently dream of soaring through the sky, your spirit may be reminding you that you are inherently meant to transcend limitations. If your nightly visions frequently involve guiding or healing others, it could be a reverberation of your deeper purpose. Yet, not every sign is delicate. Occasionally, your soul conveys messages through powerful physical sensations. Have you ever stepped into a location and sensed an unusual energy, as if you had visited it previously, or encountered someone and felt an instant bond, much like a reunion? These experiences are not fabricated by your mind. They are deep soul memories acknowledging profound connections that extend beyond this present lifetime. Intuition is perhaps the clearest indicator your soul employs. It's that quiet inner voice that alerts you when something feels wrong, even when all evidence appears promising, or that subtly guides you to pursue something that defies conventional logic, yet ultimately proves to be ideal. Your intuition is, quite literally, your soul softly imparting directions rooted in the profound understanding of your inherent contract. Furthermore, there are also communications transmitted through recurring emotional cycles. Have you ever observed how certain circumstances provoke exceptionally strong responses within you? Perhaps you experience profound sorrow at the sight of unfairness, even minor instances, or an inexplicable sense of joy when offering assistance to others. These powerful emotional reactions are your soul's way of recognizing fundamental aspects of your life's journey. Recurring obstacles also serve as important indicators. When you attempt to pursue a course that deviates from your inherent agreement, the universe places impediments in your path, not to cause distress, but to gently guide you in a different direction. Should you consistently encounter difficulties in a particular domain, your inner self may be endeavoring to communicate that it is not the suitable route for you. Conversely, when you are in harmony with your true calling, things unfold with an almost magical ease. Opportunities emerge, the appropriate individuals cross your path, and necessary resources manifest effortlessly. It truly feels as though the universe is conspiring on your behalf, because in essence, it is. Your deepest apprehensions, too, convey significant messages. Frequently, what we fear most intensely is directly connected to the very purpose we arrived here to fulfill. A dread of addressing crowds could suggest your spirit's intention is to become a voice that moves many. A deep-seated concern about not receiving affection might point to a calling to impart wisdom on boundless love. Individuals who enter your life also serve as indicators, particularly those appearing at pivotal junctures to initiate significant changes, or those who consistently provoke irritation within you. Such individuals frequently mirror aspects within yourself that require attention and refinement, elements integral to your intended path of personal evolution. Even your seemingly unexplainable preferences and aversions hold significant insights. Consider why you have consistently felt drawn to a particular culture, a specific historical era, or a distinct field of knowledge. What is it about certain hues, auditory experiences, or locations that evokes a sense of longing or familiarity within you? These intrinsic leanings might be linked to experiences from previous existences, shaping the design of your present journey. The paramount step is to begin observing with greater awareness. Your inner self continuously transmits subtle messages, but you must disengage from routine unconsciousness to perceive them. Begin maintaining a journal of meaningful coincidences. Carefully document your nightly dreams. Pay attention to how your feelings often manifest. Tune into your inner knowing. Have you ever paused to examine the recurring motifs that appear in your experiences, irrespective of outward situations? Let's begin by looking at the dynamics within your relationships. Do you consistently draw in a particular kind of individual? Do you encounter similar disagreements across various connections? Do you consistently adopt a familiar part, perhaps that of the rescuer, the nonconformist, or the peacemaker? Such consistent behaviors often unveil fundamental elements of your deeper purpose or soul's agreement. Should you frequently find yourself attracting individuals requiring assistance, it could signify that your spirit is cultivating empathy and the capacity to bring comfort. If you're continually placed in circumstances demanding that you advocate for others, perhaps your purpose is akin to a champion of illumination, one who guards and strives for fairness. When you invariably discover yourself bridging disagreements, your inner self might be here to grasp and impart lessons of balance and tact. The professional aspects of your life also hold significant insights. Do you find yourself naturally gravitating towards professions centered on assisting others? Or perhaps you consistently pursue positions of leadership. Maybe you frequently excel in imaginative pursuits or sense a deep calling to tasks demanding exact technical skill. These inherent inclinations often highlight abilities your inner self has carried forward from previous journeys, seeking to refine them even further. Yet, not every recurring pattern appears overtly favorable. Some represent ongoing trials your spirit deliberately selected to confront. Do you persistently contend with issues of self-worth? Do financial hurdles frequently appear in your path? Do you often experience a sense of being misunderstood? These are not punitive experiences. Rather, they are chances for profound growth, opportunities you thoughtfully created for yourself. Imagine this. Your soul is much like an athlete in vigorous training. It doesn't opt for effortless drills. Rather, it precisely selects the very challenges that will cultivate the spiritual resilience it aims to fortify. Should you consistently encounter circumstances that put your patience to the test, it is because your inner being yearns to fully master that particular virtue. When you continually face setbacks that challenge your convictions, it suggests your soul desires to cultivate unshakable trust in the universe. Dynamics within your family hold particular importance. Do you consistently assume the role of the responsible person in your family? Are you always the rebel, the individual who holds everyone together? Your family serves as the initial school your soul selected, and the part you play there reveals much about what you arrive to learn and teach. Let's also consider recurring patterns of loss and gain. Do you repeatedly lose and then regain the very same things? Do you consistently achieve something only to then be forced to start again? While these cycles might seem frustrating, they are truly spiritual exercises. Your soul could be learning about detachment, the transient nature of material possessions, and your capacity to rise once more. Your health patterns also convey significant messages. Do you frequently experience issues with your throat? Your soul might be processing truths that require vocalization. Persistent discomfort in your back. You may be carrying responsibilities that are not truly yours. Recurring digestive issues. Perhaps your soul is discerning what to embrace and what to release in your journey. Even timing patterns carry meaning. Do you consistently arrive late or perpetually too early? Do events frequently happen at the last minute? Or are you always overly prepared? Such patterns reveal your soul's relationship with time and control. The essential step is to observe these occurrences without judgment. This is not about right or wrong. It is about understanding. Every pattern offers a gateway to comprehending aspects of your soul's contract. When you perceive a pattern, quietly ask, what lesson is this recurring experience trying to impart? Often, the most challenging patterns contain the most profound lessons. Your soul does not seek out easy experiences. It yearns for genuine growth. That is why it selects challenges designed to expand your awareness in particular ways. Once you identify a pattern, you acquire power over it. The next time such an occurrence appears, you possess the conscious ability to choose your reaction. You might inquire, how can I leverage this circumstance for personal development? How might I transform this recurring theme into profound insight? Always recall, you are not merely subject to your patterns. You are, in fact, their originator. Every single one was fashioned by your inner self for a distinct reason. Once this realization dawns, these recurring motifs cease to be obstacles and instead transform into pathways for profound awareness. Having now grasped the recognition of these indicators and sequences, a deeper exploration awaits. One of the most potent instruments for gaining direct insight into your soul's agreement is a practice known as regressive meditation. Imagine it as engaging in a profoundly personal dialogue with the broader reaches of your own awareness. Nevertheless, prior to commencing, a single crucial truth must be absorbed. These recollections have consistently resided within you. They haven't vanished into some distant, inaccessible realm. Rather, they are held within the most profound strata of your awareness, patiently anticipating your establishment of the suitable circumstances for their retrieval. Foremost among these conditions is cultivating the appropriate setting. Select a location where disturbances will be minimal for a duration of at least half an hour. Power down your mobile device. Ensure your door is shut. Gently inform those sharing your space of your need for quiet. Allow your innermost self to sense your genuine readiness for this profound connection. Settle into a comfortable, reclining position, ensuring you remain alert and conscious. Gently close your eyelids and commence a pattern of deep, calming breaths. Draw in a breath slowly, counting to 4. Sustain this breath for a count of 4, then release the air gently, counting to 4 once more. Repeat this cycle a minimum of 10 times, feeling your physical form surrender to complete relaxation with every outward breath. Now picture a radiant golden luminescence enveloping your entire being. This luminous glow represents the safeguarding presence of your own higher consciousness. Sense its gentle warmth permeating each cell, every organ, and even your every thought. You are consciously establishing a secure energetic space for the inner exploration ahead. With your body now fully relaxed and feeling completely shielded, gently begin to envision yourself stepping onto a shimmering golden spiral staircase, moving downwards. With every step you take on this descent, you journey further inward, deepening your connection to your own awareness. Envision yourself taking step 1, then 2, then 3. Persist in this gentle descent until you arrive at a place that feels like a serene valley, bathed in a soft, inviting radiance. Within this tranquil valley, you're destined to meet an illuminated presence, a manifestation of your higher self, your boundless awareness. This presence might take the form of a human shape, a radiant glow, or simply an intuitive sense of its being. Allow it to emerge without any effort from your side. Simply permit its natural unfolding. Understand that this luminous entity is fundamentally you, yet existing in a far vaster scope of awareness. It is the very aspect of your being that took part in meticulously designing your soul's agreement. Welcome it with profound affection and deep reverence. Formulate the intention in your mind. I have journeyed here to recall. I am prepared to accept the insights I require at this moment. Proceed to pose your inquiries. Be precise in your wording. You might ask, for what reason did I select this particular family? What constitutes my primary objective during this lifetime? Which lessons was I meant to absorb? How can I most effectively fulfill my intended path? Present each question individually and then pause patiently for a response. The replies could manifest as vivid visuals, distinct feelings, thoughts that spontaneously surface within your consciousness, or sudden, innate comprehension. Again, avoid any attempt to compel a response. Should the insight not arrive instantly, there is no cause for concern. Your deepest self may be preparing you to absorb insights in fresh ways during the coming days. The crucial element is to establish this deliberate connection. As you master this link with your expanded awareness and consciously shape your reality, your spiritual evolution will advance remarkably. This is precisely why I extend an invitation to the Quantum Thinking Challenge, a 3-week regimen designed to recalibrate your mindset, elevate your frequency, and unveil your complete energetic capacity. Throughout these 21 days, you will engage in regular exercises aimed at shifting your energetic signature and attracting all that your heart truly desires. Details on how to participate can be found in the very first comment below. Now, as we deepen our meditation and return to our inner exploration, you might also choose to request glimpses of particular moments from your soul's pre-birth arrangements. Imagine yourself bathed in a luminous space, encircled by other spirits destined to share in your earthly path. Simply observe the dialogues, the understandings reached, and the decisions that took shape. Initially, this might feel like a fantasy, yet with consistent engagement, you will gradually learn to discern between mere imagination and genuine recollections from your soul. A gentle yet profound technique involves asking to perceive those past lives most pertinent to your current soul's journey. Your deepest self might then reveal bygone occurrences that illuminate your present apprehensions, natural abilities, and personal hurdles. For example, should you possess an unexplainable apprehension of water, you could encounter a lifetime in which you experienced a drowning. Conversely, if you exhibit an innate gift for mending, you might witness lives where you served as a practitioner of healing or a physician. Bear in mind, your purpose here isn't to validate anything for others. This represents an intimate exploration of your own being, regardless of whether the insights you gain appear symbolic or representational. They contain profound truths concerning your spiritual essence. Once you sense the experience has reached its conclusion, express gratitude to your higher consciousness and commence your ascent up the shimmering golden steps toward your everyday awareness. Rise unhurriedly, taking each step deliberately, carrying with you every piece of understanding you've acquired. The moment your eyes open, record every memory you hold. Even seemingly minor details might carry great importance. Refrain from immediate analysis or judgment. Simply document it. Incorporate this method into your routine often. Similar to any spiritual ability, it strengthens with regular practice. Your soul's confidence in sharing insights deepens when it recognizes your sincere commitment to self-development. With the passage of time, you may tailor this approach to suit particular circumstances. Prior to significant choices, seek guidance from your higher consciousness. Before embarking on meaningful connections, inquire if that individual aligns with your soul's agreement. Before embracing career prospects, ascertain their harmony with your true calling. Your inherent gifts are not merely products of genetics or chance occurrences. Instead, they are spiritual instruments your soul purposefully selected for this earthly journey. These are abilities cultivated across numerous existences, meticulously honed for your present purpose. Reflect on this deeply. A young one who possesses an inherent knack for comforting weeping children didn't acquire this skill through instruction. An individual who instinctively understands how to arrange teams and guide endeavors received no formal preparation for such tasks. A person who comprehends the feelings of others with ease never pursued a degree in psychology. These traits signify imprints of the soul, akin to spiritual signatures etched by your broadened awareness onto your worldly self. Let us now engage in a simple, practical exploration. Consider those proficiencies you've consistently performed with excellence, even in the absence of structured learning. These are the capabilities that often prompt others to remark, "It's as if you were destined for this." Perhaps it involves bringing joy to others, discovering imaginative answers to intricate challenges, explaining complex ideas with clarity, or intuiting when support is needed. Furthermore, pay attention to what invigorates you, rather than depleting your vitality. You might dedicate 8 hours to office work and return home utterly fatigued. Yet after assisting a friend for 4 hours, you feel a renewed sense of vigor. This occurs because the latter activity resonates deeply with your inherent talents. Even if initial perceptions suggest otherwise, your unique talents extend beyond mere technical proficiencies. They encompass intrinsic personality attributes, each designed to fulfill a significant role. Possess a natural sense of empathy? This quality serves as an instrument for bringing comfort and aiding those around you. Do you find yourself inherently curious, frequently posing queries that others overlook? Such inquisitiveness acts as a catalyst for broadening awareness and dismantling restrictive frameworks. Frequently, your inherent strengths present themselves cloaked in characteristics that you, or those observing you, might mistakenly identify as imperfections. If you perceive yourself as overly sensitive, understand that this very trait could be a profound capacity for discerning subtle vibrations and facilitating emotional restoration. Should you consider yourself excessively headstrong, remember that such unwavering resolve might be precisely the attribute required by the world in an individual prepared to champion significant endeavors. Perhaps you've been told you speak excessively. Perhaps your calling is to articulate fundamental truths that others find themselves unable to voice. If you tend to worry excessively, recognize that this concern may manifest as a heightened form of attentiveness, enabling you to safeguard and direct those in your sphere. Now, consider this pivotal inquiry. Consider what activities during your childhood years captivated your full attention. Before concepts like unproductive or lacking future prospects entered your understanding, what pursuits inherently drew you in? Did you find yourself sketching incessantly, perhaps tending to creatures, weaving imaginary tales, orchestrating playful activities, or disassembling objects to discover their inner workings? These early fascinations offer valuable insights, as young minds have not yet been taught to disregard their inherent talents. They intuitively pursue what their deepest selves are compelled to cultivate. At this moment, I invite you to briefly stop the recording and engage in a simple exercise. In the space below, share a word or two describing your most prominent innate ability. This could range from inspiring laughter in others to locating misplaced items, soothing creatures, mediating disagreements, generating innovative thoughts, or any other skill you've consistently excelled at. A brief phrase or a couple of words will suffice. My hope is to observe the wonderful variety of talents present within our shared group. Returning to our central idea, your unique capacities are also made evident by what truly troubles you in the world around us. If societal wrongs truly trouble you, it's possible you possess talents aligned with guiding others and fostering change. Should you find yourself saddened by untapped potential in others, your strengths might lie in guidance and nurturing growth. When needless disagreements cause you unease, you likely possess abilities geared towards resolving disputes and promoting harmony. Furthermore, your innate talents often surface through the consistent appreciation you're given. We're not talking about polite acknowledgments offered out of custom, but rather the heartfelt, unprompted comments shared by those whose lives you've genuinely touched. Perhaps phrases like, "You always seem to find the perfect words," or "Your explanations have a unique clarity," or "You help me feel truly heard." Such observations are clear indicators of your talents actively benefiting others. Then, there exists the quiet phenomenon of the unnoticed aptitude. Certain individuals possess capabilities so inherent that they remain unaware of their remarkable nature. You might genuinely believe that everyone shares your particular skill, yet in truth, your way of operating is quite distinct and elevated. One gentle method for recognizing your inherent talents is to observe the kind of assistance others routinely seek from you. If individuals consistently approach you for insights on relationships, you likely possess a natural skill for emotional guidance. Should they ask you to orchestrate gatherings or untangle complex organizational issues, you may indeed have abilities in administration and coordination. Your intrinsic gifts also surface through the subjects that most deeply captivate your interest, even if you lack formal education. Are you drawn to the mysteries of the cosmos, the intricacies of the mind, ancient civilizations, or the principles of well-being? Such profound fascinations are never arbitrary. They signify your soul's pull toward realms where dormant understanding and abilities reside within you. Remember, your unique aptitudes are not intended for self-containment. They serve as instruments your soul carried to aid in lifting the collective awareness. By employing your talents in service to others, you are honoring a vital aspect of your soul's profound compact. The Akashic records resemble an infinite cosmic library, archiving every experience of all souls across all their incarnations. This universal database holds not only your personal history, but also every contract, agreement, and plan your soul has forged throughout its evolutionary journey. Imagine a library without walls or limits, where each book represents a life, each page an experience, and each word a moment of learning. Your personal records encompass everything: your past lives, your current existence, your future possibilities, and crucially, the details of your soul contract for this specific incarnation. The term Akashic originates from the Sanskrit Akasha, which signifies space or ether. It is the subtlest element of creation, the primordial substance from which all things gently emerge. These records reside in an etheric dimension, accessible not through physical senses, but through expanded consciousness. You might now be wondering how to access something so vast. You already access fragments of your records continually. Think of a strong intuition about a new acquaintance or knowing something instinctively. When an inexplicable bond draws you to a place or person, you are drawing from these records. To access them with conscious intent, grasp that the Akashic records are not guarded by external beings who decide your worth. You possess an inherent right to your own records. Your access is determined by your consciousness, pure intention, and ability to receive information without distortion from fear or expectation. The first step to accessing your records is to set a clear, sacred intention. In meditation, mentally affirm, I seek my Akashic records to understand my soul contract and how I can serve my highest good and the good of all. This intention, like a key, unlocks expanded perception. Next, visualize entering a library crafted from crystalline light. It might appear as a Greek temple with golden columns, a modern library with infinite shelves, or simply a space of pure light. What truly matters is feeling yourself in a sacred, receptive space. Request guidance to your personal book, the chronicle of your unique soul. You might visualize it as a physical book, a scroll of light, or simply an energetic presence containing information. Again, avoid forcing anything. Allow it to manifest in harmony with your inner symbolic language. Once your records open, begin asking specific questions regarding your current contract. What is my foremost purpose during this existence? Which particular insights did I opt to acquire? What are the primary obstacles I mapped out? And how might I navigate them with greater ease? Which spirits did I select to cross paths with on this journey? And what underlying aim do these meetings serve? These revelations can manifest in various ways. For some, understanding arrives as vivid pictures or episodes from previous existences, shedding light on their present circumstances. Others gain immediate insight, simply apprehending truths they previously did not possess. A few perceive distinct words or short expressions, while still others sense feelings or vibrations imbued with particular significance. One potent method involves requesting a glimpse into the instant you orchestrated your present lifetime. Envision yourself as an unblemished spirit, encircled by luminous entities, jointly deliberating and selecting the experiences you wish to embrace. You might perceive the trials you committed to, the familial unit you handpicked, the aptitudes you resolved to cultivate, and even the particular individuals who assented to share your path. These records can also reveal past existences directly pertinent to your current circumstances. Should an unexplainable fear trouble you, its source might be found within a prior experience. If you possess an extraordinary natural gift, you could discover the lives where such an ability was cultivated. For intense and intricate relationships, you might witness other incarnations where you collaborated under similar dynamics. Yet, be mindful of a widespread pitfall. Avoid becoming overly absorbed in past lives, lest your present existence be overlooked. Such records prove valuable only when they aid in understanding and navigating your current situation more effectively. Your soul has no interest in mere nostalgia. It seeks only evolution. A practical use is to review your records before arriving at significant decisions. You might ponder, for example, is this professional endeavor truly in harmony with my soul's blueprint? Does this connection nurture both my own personal evolution and that of the other person? Will this specific choice lead me closer to, or perhaps further away from, my deepest life's purpose? Within these archives, details concerning your dormant spiritual aptitudes are also held. You might unearth competencies your spirit cultivated across previous existences, poised for reawakening in this current embodiment. These could manifest as energetic restoration, communion with spirits, clear seeing, or any other aptitude your inner self has perfected before. Bear in mind that engaging with the Akashic records is an art form that blossoms through consistent effort. Your initial explorations might yield subtle impressions and fragmented insights, yet with the passage of time and devoted commitment, you can cultivate a more distinct and comprehensive rapport. Furthermore, it is beneficial to meticulously document the revelations you uncover in a personal log. Frequently, details that appear perplexing in the present moment often achieve perfect clarity, weeks or even months afterward, as you encounter an experience that validates the information previously disclosed. Conclude each of your sessions by expressing deep appreciation. Express gratitude to the keepers of records, your higher self, and the cosmos for the chance to connect with this sacred knowledge. It is paramount to commit to utilizing the insights gained with responsibility and heartfelt affection. Please share if you feel drawn to explore further into the realm of Aeosic records. Having dedicated considerable time to this subject, I'm curious if a comprehensive course from me would be something you'd welcome. A thorough and deep dive into its intricacies. The presence of individuals in your life is never by chance. Each pivotal individual appearing as either a supportive presence or a growth-inducing obstacle represents a soul with whom you forged precise understandings prior to your birth. These are what we term your soul agreements. Grasping the nature of these connections holds the key to comprehending your broader soul blueprint. Various forms of agreements exist between souls, each fulfilling distinct functions within the developmental path of those involved. Certain agreements are designed for reciprocal encouragement, while others facilitate moments of trial and advancement. There are those intended for resolving long-standing issues, and still others for collaboratively bringing forth something magnificent. Let us begin with the concept of supportive souls. These individuals enter your existence to offer assistance, inspiration, or direction in some fashion. Perhaps it was an instructor who held faith in you when all others doubted, a companion who appeared precisely at your moment of need, or a wise advisor who navigated you through pivotal stages. These very souls consented to act as your terrestrial guardians, providing encouragement, insight, or favorable circumstances when they were most required. However, not every agreement feels pleasant. Then there are challenging souls, individuals who arrive to provoke, confront, or stimulate your development by means of friction. Prior to categorizing these individuals as negative, recognize that they are enacting a part which you yourself requested. Your inner being understood its necessity to cultivate qualities such as patience, bravery, resilience, or another essential attribute. And these specific souls consented to serve as the opposition against which you would flex and strengthen those inner capacities. Consider that individual who consistently vexes you, who appears to possess precise knowledge of how to trigger your sensitivities. Such an individual might be mirroring aspects of yourself that require your recognition and integration. Or perhaps they are gently urging you to establish healthy boundaries, uncover your authentic voice, or stand steadfast in your deepest convictions. These challenging encounters are not intended to cause pain, but rather to foster your inner resilience and growth. Another significant constellation of beings is known as family souls, individuals with whom you have journeyed through many lifetimes and shared diverse connections. They might appear as your mother or father, brothers or sisters, life partners, children, or dearest companions. With these souls, a sense of immediate familiarity often arises, a quiet knowing that you have met before, for indeed, you truly have. These deep connections frequently involve prearranged long-term agreements to reunite across various existences, to work through particular lessons, or to encourage each other's shared spiritual evolution. An intriguing aspect of these family soul bonds is the fascinating way they sometimes interchange roles. Someone who served as your parent in one incarnation might take on the role of your child in the next. A partner from a previous existence could emerge as a sibling, and even a former adversary might now stand as your most steadfast supporter. Souls seek to experience every facet of a relationship, fully grasping the dynamics they navigate together. Soulmates are frequently misinterpreted. Many individuals mistakenly believe a soulmate must be an ideal romantic companion. In truth, however, a soulmate is any spirit sharing a similar energetic frequency with yours, and with whom you have important growth agreements. One may encounter multiple soulmates, manifesting as companions, relatives, mentors, or even difficulties. Connections with soulmates are profound due to a strong sense of knowing that exists between you. However, intensity does not always imply ease. Soulmates often meet to address complex matters that demand raw honesty and swift evolution. Their mutual affection is strong enough to prompt each other toward advancement. There also exists the concept of a twin flame, a spirit that is literally the other part of your true essence. Encounters with a true twin flame are infrequent, typically occurring only after both spirits have attained a significant stage of spiritual development. Should you find yourself pondering if you've encountered your twin flame, it's likely you haven't. For when such a meeting transpires, all uncertainty vanishes. So, how might one discern the nature of the agreements shared with the significant individuals present in your journey? Observe the recurring themes. Consider those with whom you consistently gain profound insights, even amidst challenging connections. Who inspires a bond within you that transcends rational understanding? Which individuals elicit your most powerful emotional responses, be it profound affection or intense frustration? Those who emerge during pivotal junctures in your life often bear agreements specifically tied to that time frame. Recall the unfamiliar person who offered you a lift precisely as you contemplated a change in your professional path, or the individual you encountered within a hospital setting while confronting an ailment. Perhaps it was the new neighbor who arrived directly beside you, just as a romantic relationship was concluding. These occurrences are not mere chance. Instead, they represent carefully arranged encounters. Every child arrives as a distinct agreement, carrying a particular purpose. Their selection of you isn't simply for the sake of forming a family. Rather, they choose you because you possess a lesson they require, or perhaps they have a significant teaching to impart to you. Frequently, these young ones are highly evolved spirits, arriving to assist their parents on a path of spiritual growth. At other moments, they are souls in need of the particular energetic resonance that only you can offer. Turning to karmic romantic bonds, these are connections characterized by an unexplainable magnetic pull, often accompanied by considerable unrest. Such relationships emerge to allow for the resolution of unresolved matters stemming from previous existences. They might evolve into profoundly restorative unions, where ancient behavioral cycles are at last overcome, or they could manifest as recurring patterns until the essential insights are fully absorbed. A truly freeing realization to embrace is that not every relationship is destined to endure for the entirety of this earthly journey. Certain agreements are designed for only a brief duration. Individuals arrive in our lives, accomplish their particular purpose, and then we naturally move along separate paths. This separation doesn't signify a relationship's failure. Rather, it suggests a spiritual agreement has been fully honored. What truly matters is engaging with all profound connections in your life with a sense of mindfulness and appreciation. Even those individuals who caused you pain were, at a deeper soul level, contributing to your personal development. This perspective doesn't imply you should tolerate unkindness or persist within detrimental connections. Instead, it suggests you can uncover the valuable lesson within the situation and leverage that insight to guide more deliberate decisions going forward. When you come to realize that the key individuals in your existence are spiritual companions on your path of evolution, your bonds transform into something far more profound and significant. You cease to internalize events so deeply and start perceiving the grander tapestry of the universal interplay in which everyone participates.